And welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Alan. That is a 2010 Chevrolet Impala 9C1, former police vehicle. And welcome to the Cop Car channel. Alright, so today it's time for a little bit of story time. I'm going to tell you guys about the time not too long ago, within probably the last couple weeks, I actually almost bought a 1996 Chevrolet Caprice 9C1. Was bouncing around on the internet and actually found it on Craigslist. And the price was kind of low, the description was horrible, and I guess the seller didn't really put a whole lot of contact information, so they were forcing you to use that email feature. And it took them, I reached out to them a couple times, they didn't really respond to the first try, and then the second time was kind of, I don't know, it was just like, here's a phone number kind of thing. So, due to the nature of my job, I have a tendency to have to find things because I do outside sales. So I noticed in the background there's a couple of tow trucks sitting back there, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go over to this place and check this car out. Took a look at Google Maps and Google Street View and all that, and confirmed that the photo had to have been taken on their tow lot. So went over there. Took a look at the car, and I'll go ahead and show you guys some pictures of what I saw. Probably should have taken a few more pictures, but the one thing that kind of deterred me from actually getting this car is, one, it was a little bit pricey for what was left of it, I guess you could say. Originally, the ad had come out at $1,400, which for a 22-year-old car doesn't seem like a bad price. But the problem is the interior was pretty well trashed. The front driver and passenger doors were actually, I guess the molding on the inside had been replaced with some sort of, or not molding, the actual panel itself had been replaced with a red interior panel to a totally different car. And the whole rest of the interior was blue. And then there was this whole problem of nobody knew how many miles were on it, because the odometer part, the little digital piece in the middle of the dash, right in the middle of the gauge cluster, just stopped working, I guess. So couldn't see how fast you're going, couldn't see how many true miles were on this vehicle. It seemed like it ran okay, puffed a little bit of I don't know, whitish smoke when you fire it up, but I don't know, man. I was looking at it and I was like, this is like an $800 car, because it needs probably a couple $1,000s worth of interior. The seats were kind of ripped and not really in the best of shape. The door panels that were still on the car were pretty well worn out. So the entire interior was, oh, and the entire roof liner was actually missing the cloth, which is normal for a car that old. But I don't know. I had to kind of walk away from it, gather my thoughts. And I said, you know what? If this guy wants to sell it to me for like $800 or $900, I'm in. So, this is one of those deals where if you really want something, you should probably bring the cash with you and just do it. Had I had the cash with me on the spot, I probably could have walked out of there with the car for $900 because cash talks. But I chose not to. So I said, you know what, I'm going to gather my thoughts, maybe see if I can gather a little bit of, loose cash, because I do have a little bit saved up for, kind of a rainy day kind of project. I'm thinking about getting another cop car. Where was I? I was actually just on the phone. I had to cut that for a second there. But the other problem with this vehicle was that I basically had Sunday to buy it, because I do a lot of stuff during the week. It's really hard for me to get to and from. The place where this vehicle is at was actually about 30-40 minutes from where I live. So it wasn't going to be one of these things where I could just, go down the street and get it. And it was going to be an involved process. So I'd have to get basically a trailer, the same way I towed this thing back from the auction. Basically rent a U-Haul trailer, get this thing. And originally, I told the guy, look, I'll call you Sunday. If you want to sell this thing, if this guy doesn't show up, because he started telling me, well, there's another guy that's interested in it, and I think he's going to give me $1,200. So I called the guy. So I called them, first thing on Sunday morning, and they tell me, oh, well, this guy's supposed to be here any minute. He's going to look at the car, blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you, this is at like 7:45 in the morning when I called this guy. So I wait a little bit, Call him back probably an hour later, and the story changes a little bit. It's like, well, he's supposed to be here within a half hour. Okay, fine. Wait a little bit longer, wait another about an hour, call him back again. Turns into, hey, yeah, the guy's apparently coming from Daytona. It's going to take him about 3 hours to get here. You know, we really want this guy to look at the car, because if he's going to take it, he says he's going to take it for the full amount. And at this point, they're kind of dragging me along, and it's more me trying to get the car from them instead of them trying to sell the car to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. My gut just started not feeling so good about it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to wait until the end of the day and see if this, you know, I'll call this guy up and see if he sold the thing. So I call him up, and he tells me, well, you know, I'm actually still waiting for this guy to show up. He really wants to come tomorrow. And, you know, I told him, you know, I can't wait that long. And, you know, at this point, it's basically almost 5 o'clock in the evening on a Sunday. And remember, like I said, this place is like 30, 40 minutes from my house. And I got to get up in the morning and go do my sales thing. So, and on top of that, I've got to go find a U-Haul trailer this late on a Sunday. So, I don't know. I just started not feeling real comfortable about it. And, yeah, I definitely don't appreciate that the guy, you know, made me wait so long to actually give me any kind of feedback. And it wasn't them, you know, reaching out to me and saying, hey, yeah, we want to sell you the car. And I literally told this guy, I was like, dude, I got cash. I'll come and get this thing right now. But, you know, I guess they want to wait. So, I don't know. You start getting a bad feeling about stuff like that. I mean, I know dealing on Craigslist is kind of weird anyway, because there's all kinds of just interesting people out there. And, you know, maybe there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the point is that my gut started talking to me. And my gut's like, you know what? This just doesn't seem like a good idea. That, and I'm not going to go anywhere at like 6 o'clock at night on a Sunday. I mean, I got a whole week of frustration to deal with. The last thing I want to do is go play around that late on a Sunday night. It's just not doing it. So anyway, I figure you guys might get a kick out of that. I almost have 9C1 Caprice for the channel. Almost. This close. But they didn't really want to sell it, which is maybe a good thing. I don't know. Anyway, I want to keep my eyes open, see what else is out there floating around. At some point, I'm kind of thinking about maybe getting a Crown Vic, but, you know, kind of really like to get one of those like 95, 96 Caprice former police vehicles as 9C1s, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you guys appreciated this story. Hope you enjoyed hearing me tell, you know, about that. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you know anybody out there that's interested in former police car content, share the video. Let them know about it. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day. And quick question, what would you have done in my situation? Would you waited until the end of the day Sunday and just went ahead and bought it, even though it's 40 minutes away? Or would you have just passed on it like I did? Just kind of curious, interested in your feedback. Love to all of you. Have a great one. Well, that's one way to wash a car. Beautiful Florida rain. Yeah, we're about to get into the rainy season. That means pretty much every afternoon it's going to rain a lot. And my backyard's going to turn into a swamp. Yeah, not going to be fun.